Are you ready to increase your investment and improve your customer experience? Let's get started. What we will consider in this video: number 1, what is customer experience? Number 2, how important is the customer experience? Number 3, impact of bad customer experiences. Number 4, 7 ways to improve the customer experience. Number 5, optimize the customer journey. So make sure you stick to the end of this video so that you don't miss any interesting parts of the knowledge we are sharing here today. Grab your pen and grab your paper and let's get started. What is customer experience? Customer experience, also known as CX, is defined by the interactions and experiences your customer has with your business throughout the customer journey, from first contact to becoming a happy and loyal customer. CX is an integral part of customer relationship management, CRM, and the reason why it is important is because a customer who has a positive experience with a business is more likely to become a repeat and loyal customer. In fact, according to a global CX study by Oracle, found that 74% of senior executives believe that customer experience impacts the willingness of a customer to be a loyal advocate. If you want your customer to stay loyal, you have to invest in their experience. Simply put, happy customers remain loyal. It makes sense, right? The happier you are with a brand, the longer you stay with them. So if you treat your customer poorly or ignore their customer service emails, then they are more likely to stop doing business with you. This is where companies that deliver a superior customer experience outperform their competitors, and this means they will be spending more with your business and less in theirs. For example, here is a few statistics that caught our eye. Number 1, customer experience is said to be the number 1 brand differentiator in recent years. Number 2, 1 in 3 customers will leave a brand they love after just one bad experience. Number 3, customers are willing to pay a price premium of up to 13% and as high as 80% for luxury and indulgent services simply by receiving a great customer experience. Number 4, 49% of buyers have made impulse purchases after receiving a more personalized customer experience. Number 5, customers that rate companies with a high customer experience score 10 over 10 spend 140% more and remain loyal for up to 6 years. So it is extremely important that you focus on the experience you deliver to your customers. How important is the customer experience? A business cannot exist without its customers, and this is where companies are focusing on how to win new business and perhaps more importantly retain existing customers. A survey by Bloomberg Business Week found that delivering a great customer experience has become a top strategic objective. And a survey by Customer Management IQ surveyed that 75% of customer experience management executives and leaders rated customer experience a 5 on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being of the highest importance. The challenge here is that even though it is a high priority, most companies are failing to deliver a good customer experience. So how many brands are truly delivering an excellent customer experience? Surprisingly, not too many. In fact, less than half of all companies deliver a good or excellent customer experience. Customer expectations are rising faster than the speed that companies can improve their customer experience. Customers expect every interaction end to end to be the best experience they have with any company, not just yours. Impact of bad customer experiences. If a great customer experience is focused on ensuring all interactions and touchpoints with your business is easy, enjoyable, and seamless, then the exact opposite is true when it comes to a bad customer experience. More than $62 billion is lost each year to bad customer service. Meanwhile, another study found that 91% of unhappy customers leave a brand without complaining. It doesn't get any better. Only 10% of consumers say brands meet expectations for a good experience. Some of the most common causes for a bad customer experience involve: number 1, difficult purchasing processes. Number 2, negative experiences with customer support. Number 3, compromising a customer's personal security. Number 4, waiting too long on hold. Number 5, ignoring customer feedback. So the question remains, how can your organization create a great customer experience strategy? 7 ways to improve the customer experience. Let's take a look at 7 ways to create a great customer experience strategy to help you improve customer satisfaction, reduce churn, and increase revenues, including examples. Number 1, create a clear customer experience vision. The first step in your customer experience strategy is to have a clear customer-focused vision that you can communicate with your organization. The easiest way to define this vision is to create a set of statements that act as guiding principles. For example, suppose you discover family values, and these values are embedded into their culture, which includes delivering wow through service, being humble, and embracing change. Once these principles are in place, they will drive the behavior of your organization. Every member of your team should know these principles by heart, and they should be embedded into all areas of training and development. Number 2, understand who your customers are. The next step in building upon these customer experience principles is to bring to life the different types of customers who deal with your customer support teams. If your organization is going to really understand customer needs and wants, then they need to be able to connect and empathize with the situations that your customers face. One way to do this is to segment your customers and create personas or customer profiles. Try to give each personas a name and personality. For example, Anna is 35 years old. She likes new technology and is tech savvy enough to follow a video tutorial on her own. Whereas John, 42 years old, needs to be able to follow clear instructions on a web page. Why understanding your customers is more important than ever is that if you want to build a demand generation engine based on word of mouth recommendations, you should pay close attention to who your customers are and the experience you are providing to them. By doing so, you turn customers into fans and brand advocates, setting your company up for success. This results in more recommendations, less discounting, lower churn, and a more profitable business. Another advantage is that by creating personas, your customer support team can recognize who they are and understand them better. It is also an important step in becoming truly customer-centric. Number 3, create an emotional connection with your customers. You have heard the phrase, "It is not what you say, it is how you say it." Well, the best customer experience are achieved when a member of your team creates an emotional connection with a customer. One of the best examples of creating an emotional connection comes from suppose. When a customer was late on returning a pair of shoes due to her mother passing away, when Suppose found out what happened, they took care of the return shipping and had a carrier pick up the shoes without cost. But Suppose didn't stop there. The next day, the customer arrived home to a bouquet of flowers with a note from the Suppose customer success team who sent their condolences. Research by the Journal of Consumer Research has found that more than 50% of our experience is based on an emotion, as emotions shape the attitude that drive decisions. Customers become loyal because they are emotionally attached and they remember how they feel when they use a product or service. A business that optimizes for an emotional connection outperforms competitors by 85% in sales growth. How emotion impact purchase decisions? While of course buyers care about your product and unique selling points, in the end, they do what feel like the right choice. Where does that feeling come from? It comes from the experience you give them, how you handle your customers and make them feel. At every step of their journey, has a huge impact on if and when they buy, how long they stay, and if they go, and if they turn into happy fans. A positive experience for customers means a lot. Studies prove time and again that 64% of customers are more likely to recommend a brand to others if it offers simpler experiences and communications. 71% of people recommend a product or service because they received a great experience. 65% of all consumers find a positive experience with a brand to be more influential than great advertising. Number 4, capture customer feedback in real time. How can you tell if you are delivering a wow customer experience? You need to ask, and ideally you do this by capturing feedback in real time. Use live chat tools to have real-time conversations, and when done, send a follow-up email to every customer using post interaction surface and similar customer experience tools. Of course, it is possible to make outbound sales calls to customers in order to gain more insightful feedback. It is also important to tie customer feedback to a specific customer support agent, which shows every team member the difference they are making to the business. Number 5, use a quality framework for development of your team. By following the steps mentioned previously, you now know what customers think about the quality of your service compared to the customer experience principles you have defined. The next step is to identify the training needs for each individual member of your customer support team. Many organizations assess the quality of phone and email communication. However, a quality framework takes this assessment one step further by scheduling and tracking your team's development through coaching, e-learning, and group training. Number 6, act upon regular employees' feedback. Most organizations have an annual survey process where they capture the overall feedback of your team, how engaged they are, and the business's ability to deliver an exceptional service. But what happens in the 11 months between these surveys periods? Usually nothing happens. And this is where continuous employee feedback can play a role using tools that allow staff to share ideas on how to improve the customer experience and for managers to see how staff is feeling towards the business. For example, using project management software or social media tools, you can create a closed environment where your organization can leave continuous feedback. Number 7, measure the return on investment (ROI) from delivering great customer experience. And finally, how do you know if all this investment in your teams, process and technology are working and paying off? The answer is in the business results. Measuring customer experience is one of the biggest challenges faced by the organizations, which is why many companies use the Net Promoter Score or NPS, which collects valuable information by asking a single straightforward question like, how likely are you to recommend us? NPS, which was created by Rob Markey and Fred Richard at Brain & Company, is a highly suitable benchmark for a customer experience metric because a lot of companies use it as the standard customer experience measurement. Optimize the customer journey. When it comes to creating a great customer experience, it is important to consider the entire customer journey. McKinsey research suggests that customer journeys are significantly more strongly correlated with business outcomes than at touch points. This means you need a clear understanding of the end-to-end experience with customers and how interactions at each point are received. Focusing on a customer journey and identifying the problem within them offers new opportunities to create a great customer experience. This also enables your teams to brainstorm ideas to reduce friction, improve business relationships, and increase growth. When it comes to performance, a customer journey is 30% to 40% more strongly correlated with customer satisfaction than performance on touch point is, and 20% to 30% more strongly correlated with business outcomes. Conclusion: customer expectations are higher than ever before, and word of mouth travels very fast. And as the customer becomes even more empowered, it increases the importance of customer experience. Customer experience is an area that needs constant nurturing and care, and with a greater focus on customer experience strategy, companies will realize a positive impact on customer loyalty, higher retention, and increased revenue growth. Great people, this is the end of the video. If you have found this video helpful, please kindly subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. That way you get notified whenever we upload another awesome content on entrepreneurship, personal finance, customer experience and services, financial freedom. God bless you. Until the next time, keep winning, keep growing, keep achieving.